English Adventure, Book 4, Class 4, A Hero by R.K. Narayan. Let's get into our fun start. This is a story with humor as a main element. A hero is about a child who was timid and becomes a hero at the end of the story in an amusing way. It also shows us the difference between fantasy and reality. This story shows the rise of Swami as a hero in a funny way. This story showcases of pampering by women like grandmother, mother towards child and the father disciplining them. Swami used to play truant from school and enjoyed hearing stories from his grandmother. As she pampered him, he only slept by her side. Swami's father wanted him to become independent and self-reliant. One evening, Swami's father was reading a newspaper under the hall lamp. He read an article about the bravery of a village lad who, while returning home, came face to face with a tiger and how he evaded the tiger by climbing a tree. The boy stayed on the tree for half a day till the villagers came and rescued him. Father asked Swami, "What do you say to that?" Swami said, "I think he must have been a very strong and grown-up person, not at all a boy." Father sneered, "A man may have strength of an elephant and yet be a coward, whereas another may have the strength of a straw, but he has courage. He can do anything. Courage is everything. Strength and age are not important." Swami's father commands him to sleep alone that night in his office room and prove Swami's courage. Swami pretended as if he was sleepy and leapt over his granny's bed and turned over, curled and snored under the blanket till he found his blanket pulled away. Father rolled up his bed, took it under his arm and said, "Come with me." On the way, he threw a look of appeal at his mother and said, "Why are you taking him to the office room? He can sleep in the hall, I think." Father agrees to let him sleep in the hall with the door open. Swami requests to keep the lamp burning in the room, but his father denies and says, "You must learn not to be afraid of darkness. It's only a question of habit. You must cultivate good habits." As the night advanced and the silence in the house deepened, Swami's heart beat faster. All the stories he had heard from his friends about ghosts and devils came to his mind. He was faint with fear. He covered himself so completely that he could hardly breathe. Every moment he expected the devils to come and carry him away. Swami hurriedly got up and spread his bed under the bench and crouched there. It appeared to be a much safer place, more compact and reassuring. Unknown to himself, he fell asleep. He had a nightmare that a tiger was chasing him. He desperately tried to escape, but his feet were stuck and would not move. With great effort, he opened his eyes. Instead of his granny, he only touched the wooden leg of the bench. He was sweating with fright. Suddenly, he heard a rustling sound. As it came nearer, he crawled out from under the bench, hugged it with all his might, and used his teeth like a mortal weapon. "Ayyo! Something has bitten me!" went forth an agonist thundering cry, and was followed by a heavy tumbling and falling amidst furniture. In a moment, father, cook, and the servant came in with lights and caught the burglar, who lay amidst the furniture with a bleeding ankle. Swami became a hero at school. His classmates looked at him with respect. Teachers pat his back. The police were grateful to him as he had bitten into the flesh of one of the most notorious housebreakers of the district. Next day, Swami went to bed beside his granny before his father returned home. When his father tried to wake him, mother lost her temper and demanded to let him sleep where he liked. Swami heard the whole conversation from under the blanket and felt relieved. Let's get into our favorite grammar adventures. Today, we will learn about present perfect tense. To talk about actions that happened in the past but are still connected to the present, we use present perfect tense. Example: we have studied for the test. The action studied is finished in the past, but it's important or relevant now. Next example: Mom has cooked dinner for us. This action cooked is done in the past, but it's relevant for us now. Has or have are used with the past participle form of verbs to create the present perfect tense. Example: have is used with I, you, we, they, which are plural nouns. Has is used with he, she, it, which are singular nouns.